Hey, what's up? This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. And in this video, I wanted to answer a YouTube subscriber comment. The video that I'm referring to is debt collector's case got dismissed after saying this in court. And they had wrote in their comments that you'll never make it to court if you don't produce material facts during discovery. Also, you never told us anything during the video, waiting for what to say in court. Well, I could tell you with dealing with a lot of clients that uh, what you just said there is not uh, that is not true. Uh, you said that you'll never make it to court if you don't produce material facts during discovery. In what this is what I think you're probably saying, hopefully, is that if you don't produce any of the information, that you're not going to make it to court. But that don't even make sense. If you when they send you a court summons or citation, depending on what area you live in, they're going to send you a court summons, and you have to respond to that court summons. And what I had said in that particular video was that when you are summoned to court, that you should also, if you have financial issues on Social Security, retirement income, disability, uh, and then some states have even more exemptions. You should notify the debt collector right away of that situation. That's what I had told this individual to do. I said, they're coming after you for this money, but you said that you're permanently disabled and you need to notify them of that, because right now, when you don't say nothing to them, when you don't say nothing to a debt collector, they're going to just think the worst, which is that you're just trying to avoid them so you don't pay, because they're in the business of making people pay. So they're going to think that you're just trying to hide money from them, that you just don't want to respond. So I told this individual to note in writing, tell them the situation, and they were going to take her to court. And all of a sudden, they said that they're dismissing the case, and they said that you don't have to show up to court. And I said you still need to show up to court, because they will sometimes try to just get a default judgment because you wasn't there, and then they'll just put it on the shelf and hope that you win the lottery or somewhere, come into some type of money one day. So she took the advice that I gave her. She notified them of her disability. They said, don't come to court. We're going to dismiss it. She went to court, and uh, they looked around first, and then they said dismiss. And that's this the little game that they'll play, little trick that they'll do. They'll say, don't come to court because we're going to dismiss it. Now, if they send you a letter and that is a notarized letter or some type of official letter that they sent to the court and you got it, then yeah, you don't have to show up to court. And that could happen due to COVID in certain areas. But if they don't send you something official, you got to show up to court, because I guarantee you what they're going to do is when your name is called, if you don't show up, they're going to ask for a default judgment, because it doesn't hurt them at all. They've already paid to have all of this whole process started. So, but if you do show up, don't be surprised. You'll stand up. They'll immediately say that they want to dismiss that case, because number one, they know that they can't proceed when you notify the judge that you're on disability, that they're not going to be able to get anything. It's going to be totally exempt. So why even go through the process? And that's why with that video and what had happened with that person, that's exactly what had happened. So I did say what to say in court. Uh, what you would have to say in court is that you are on disability, and they're going to choose to proceed or not to proceed. And also, let's just say worst case scenario. This just came to my mind. Worst case scenario, you're not on uh, disability, and you go to court, and they don't expect you to be an attorney and know all the types of stuff. You can legally say to them, to the judge, that I don't know, with the amount that they're claiming that I owe, I do not know if this amount is correct, and that will buy you time to make them produce documentation on with everything that they're claiming in that court summons, which is what you should do anyway, no matter what. You should always make them give you all the documentation to prove that what they're claiming as an amount, how did they come up with that number, not just off of some statement that was passed along to them. You want to know exactly how. And that the way that was, if it was a credit card, is they would just show you all the approved charges that you had. That would add up to be that amount. If it was a repossession, they show you the original contract. And in that way, you can look at the contract to see if they had any type of clauses or any type of insurances that would actually pay off the vehicle when when there was a default, which has happened, and we've seen that with contracts. So there's always things that you should look at, and in the end, the worst case, like a lot of people are always afraid, and the worst case scenario for anything that's with the civil stuff is that you're gonna have to come up with some type of a uh, settlement agreement, which could be based on your income, based on what you have to and the ability to pay. That's the worst case. So I'm gonna end the video here. Hopefully that got him that question answered, or what to say in court. I don't. I would tell people, don't wait to go to court to ask for that information. Prepare it in your responses to the court summons. But if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, where I detail my 8-point validation and settlement phase process. If you need your credit reports and scores, please visit the website your3scores.com. If you got debt collectors coming after you, grab the letter, the free letter that I give you, the cease and desist collection activities letter and my debt validation letter. It can stop a lot of the stuff that's going on with debt collectors. If you have a debt collector that's trying to come after you for a debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect, I give you a free letter that you can use. That's a statute of limitations letter that you can get them to stop coming after you for that debt. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Add your comments. I'll be answering those as when I get time, and I also make videos answering the questions. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of CreditRepairShop.com.